watching football and greatly support his beloved Arsenal FC. I need to mention Arsenal. I mentioned it very well. He's married to Tessa Ekwolo and Joshua Olaleye. Please, can we put our hands together as we welcome Joshua Olaleye?
Thank you very much. Yes, we need to put the emphasis on Arsenal because we won the league this season, and it's been a long time coming. Thank you very much for this opportunity. How are we all doing? Let me just get your emojis. Let me get your reactions. Just let me know how you are doing. How are we doing? Are you doing all right? Oh, fantastic, fantastic. I can see the thumbs up. Yes, wonderful, wonderful. And it's good to have everyone from far and wide just tuning in to enjoy this period. And we'll just go very quickly. And the theme, I'm just trying to share my screen. The theme is find your voice, change your world. Find your voice, change your world. Before we continue, I just want to ask a question. And that question is, what's the one thing you wish people understood about you? What's that one thing that you think people, that you wish people understood about you? I think it's something to reflect on. I'll just give us 10 seconds. What's that one thing that you think you wish that people should understand about you? And there is a lot of things. We all have different age ranges here. Some are just school leavers, and others are finishing university. Others are on the verge of looking for jobs. So there are different age ranges, but we all have one thing that we wish people understood about us. Maybe the fact that, in my case, I love football, or in my case, I'm passionate about people, about impacting wisdom in the lives of people. Different things. And something I just want to let us know is that our generation, your generation, is one post away from influence. And when I say one post, it could be a social media post. It could also be an action. So a post is not just, I'm not just looking at social media. It just be an action, something we stand for that now increases our influence. We are one idea from impact. We are one conversation away from changing someone's life. But none of this can happen if we never find our voice, if we keep quiet. And there are different reasons why people keep quiet as young people. There are different reasons which we'll look at later. But some, as part of it, some of the reasons could be fear of judgment. It could be the fact that we don't want people to cancel us, as people say. We don't want people to judge us and think we're stupid. Sometimes we look at our ideas and we think, well, I don't think this idea is clever enough. It could also be fear of low confidence. It could be low confidence, or the fact that you are feeling ignored. Some people, they will say they don't really know what to say or how to say it. And for some people, it could be fear of failure. But in this session, we are looking at how you can try to find your voice. How you can try to find your voice. So we talk about finding your voice. What does finding your voice mean? I'll first tell you what it is not. Finding your voice is not trying to sound like everyone else. No. It's not even being the loudest person in the room. That's not what we are talking about. We are not talking about you being the loudest person. We are not talking about you becoming famous, being an influencer online. That's not really what we are talking about. Finding your voice is truly knowing what you stand for. Truly knowing what you stand for and being able to express yourself confidently in what you stand for. It is also speaking with authenticity. You see, each and every one of us, we are unique in our makeup. We are unique in the way we've been created. God has created us with special, unique abilities. So it's you speaking and standing in that authenticity that means that finding your voice relates to. It's you refusing to shrink yourself for others. That's what finding your voice means. In this place, I said clarity, courage, and connection. It's when you truly know who you are, when you are confident in who you are, then you have the courage to speak out, the courage to take action. And in that taking action, you get connected with different groups, different people, like-minded individuals. So I wrote there, finding your voice means discovering your authentic self-expression and confidently sharing your ideas, beliefs, and values with the world. Find your voice. Your voice is the sound of your identity. Your voice is the sound of your values, your convictions, and the experiences that you've had. All of them coming together. Each and every one of us, we have very different experiences. Your experiences is not better than other people's experience, but your ability to be able to communicate your experience to help others, that's what finding your voice entails. You see, when I was in secondary school, even at uni, at the point I was scared when the lecturer or the teacher asked questions, I was scared to answer because of those things we've spoken about. I don't want to feel as if I am stupid, or I even sometimes I'm scared to ask questions. And I realized that the same questions I have are the same questions that other people had. And so once that clicked in me, I realized that each and every one of us, we are pretty much the same. And so my ability to ask a question will in turn help others because they're also asking the same thing in their heart, but they are too scared to ask it. So some people, they delete some posts because they don't think is good enough. And in the world of social media today, we then tend to compare ourselves with one another. And so when we see people posting so intelligent stuff or good stuff, we think, I don't think I'm good enough. I don't think I can keep up with this. But you don't realize that on social media, everyone shares the best version of themselves, not the everyday version of themselves. So if you're scrolling through social media, you are seeing people sharing the best version of yourself and you're comparing it to the everyday version of yourself, you then say, I don't think I'm good enough. Let me shrink because there are a lot more clever people online. No. You are uniquely and fantastically created and you have something special in you. So, we've discussed this. Why do people stay silent? First one is fear of judgment or rejection, lack of confidence, or lack of experience. You see someone and you realize, you think, I'm still very young. I've not gotten the experience that I need, so I shouldn't say anything. Or some people, they feel unheard. They feel powerless. Social pressures. There's a lot of trends going on online now, and everyone is jumping on a trend. Everyone is jumping on a trend. And we are all, there's something about uniformity. A lot of people are just uniform. They're just following trends, but no one is deciding to stand out. And my encouragement, my admonition to you today is to decide to stand out. Decide to let people see the uniqueness that is in you. Silence is common, but change is possible. There are 5 major reasons young people lose their voice. And we've looked at it. Fear of judgment, comparison. People have been rejected in the past. Maybe you've said something before and somebody has said, shut up, just keep quiet. And because of that, they don't want to say anything anymore. Lack of self-belief. And a lot of people are waiting for validation, are waiting for approval, are waiting for applause before they say something. You don't need permission to become who you are created to be. You don't need permission. The fact that you're already created by God has given you the permission to fully express that which has been placed inside you. So the power of your voice. You see, as I said when I gave that story, once you are able to find your voice, what it does is it positively changes your life, but also it positively changes the community that you are in. I'll give an example of myself. So when I was at uni and I decided that I need to find my voice, or I found my voice, I realized that there were a lot of other people, and they all gravitated towards me because they realized that now I can speak out. I can speak representative in my university because people believed that I could speak for them because I found my voice. People believe that I have developed the boldness to go speak to people in authority for a change. So research shows that 70% of the young people say speaking up has positively changed their community or school. Because I found my voice, I am currently on the industrial advisory board of my department in the university. Long after I've left, that was because I found my voice. When you find your voice, because your voice shapes your world, when you find your voice, as a creator, you build movement. You change the thinking, the way of thinking for people. You influence culture. You inspire action. The ideas you have then becomes businesses. The post or the action you take can then help people to heal. Every major movement started with somebody deciding not to stay silent. Every major movement. None of them started with silence. It started with somebody deciding to say, enough is enough, let's change this thing. So your voice can encourage people, it can lead people, it can create something, it can challenge people into action. We all know of Greta Thunberg. She decided to take action. Her voice was required to change things. Your voice can innovate, can inspire, can solve problems. I want you to think about this for 5 seconds. What do you think your voice could be used for? Remember, you don't necessarily need to be a social media influencer, but your voice in your localized area could be used for something. A lot of people, they are good with storytelling. They are good with advocacy. They are good with celebrating people. What is your voice meant to be used for? Or what could your voice be used for? See, your voice does not become powerful when millions hear it. As I keep saying, it becomes powerful the moment you stop hiding it. Even if it's one person that listens to it, the moment you stop hiding your voice, that is when it becomes powerful. Are we getting this? So you see how your voice is really, really important. We need to hear your voice. I need to hear your voice. Everyone, the world needs to hear your voice, no matter how unsure of yourself that you are. So, how do you find and use your voice? The first thing is knowing yourself. Is truly knowing yourself. And there are a few questions you can ask. What really matters to me? What are those things that when I think about it, for some people it could be I really feel passionate when I'm thinking about homeless. I really feel passionate when I'm thinking about helping people who are not in the same level as me. I'm really passionate about imparting knowledge in people. In 2011, an example of myself, I was working with a charity, and the charity was helping with severely autistic people. And then I saw that these people, truly need, they're doing a very good work, this charity, and they truly need support. So I decided I am going to take on a challenge. And then I cycled from London to Paris. Was it easy? No. It was a very difficult challenge, but because I believed in what I was doing, and because I realized that I have the power, I have the capacity to change something, I took on that challenge. And with that, we were able to raise some funds, which then helped these people, this charity. So what matters to you? What is that thing that frustrates you? What is that thing that excites you? And what could you talk about for hours? So the first thing is knowing yourself. Your voice grows where your passion and your convictions meet. So those questions you need to ask yourself. And that's how you know yourself. What matters to me? What frustrates me? What excites me? What could I talk about for hours? Then the second point you need to realize is you need to stop copying everyone. You can learn from people, but you don't necessarily need to copy people. And we've spoken about it. Social media pressure. Sometimes we see some personalities and we try to copy them. We copy trends. We copy opinions. We copy aesthetics. You see, there are some people who are really good fashionistas, but they are modeling their fashion based on what everybody else is doing. There is a creativity in you that you can use and that people will decide to follow. The world does not need another copy. It needs the original version of you. It needs the original version of you. You see, nobody can be the best version of you except yourself. And you cannot be the best version of somebody else because what you are doing is just copying. You're just a replica. So be the best version of yourself. Then the third point to think about is use your voice even before you feel ready. A lot of people, they say, "Oh, I'm not yet ready. I don't think I'm good enough yet." But what I have learned is that confidence comes after action. Confidence comes after action. When I was younger, and you can see that I love speaking, but it wasn't always like this. I still am a very I'm a quiet person, but people don't really think like that because I speak a lot. People think, oh yes. But what I realized is that the first time I started public speaking, my legs were shaking. I was shaking. But I decided I wanted to speak. I decided my conviction is to impart knowledge into the lives of people. And how can I do that? By speaking to people. So when I started, I was really scared. But the more I did it, the more I got confident in it. The more I could then speak to different categories of people because I continued doing it. The confidence came. Make that video. Do that first speech. Pitch that business pitch to people. And you see that afterwards, you get the confidence. Then, another way to find and use your voice is developing that voice. So once you've started and you've put in that action and you're getting the confidence, read more. Because the more you read, the more you get ideas. Speak more. Journal. Have a personal journal. Ask questions. Because as you find your voice, you realize that there are some things I don't know. There are some things I need to work on. Ask questions. Practice communication. And join communities that will enable you to get to that level that you're looking for. To get to that level where your voice is now solid. Your voice is distinct. And then the final point is speak with purpose. So there's a question I usually ask myself, and I think you should. Are my words building people or are they breaking them down? Are they building people or are they bringing them down? Are my action building people or breaking people down? Or a strong voice is not an arrogant voice. It's not a toxic voice. It's not an attention seeking. It's intentional. It's courageous and it's impactful. So when you find your voice needs to make an impact, not bring people down, not tear people down. And so, the challenge I'm giving you, a lot of us have spent years shrinking ourselves to fit the rooms which we are meant to even influence. And because of that, because we see different people, maybe they dress nicer than us, or we think they dress nicer than us, we then silence our ideas, or we overthink our words, or we hide our creativity, we doubt our leadership. You see, our generation, your generation, does not need spectators. It needs a voice. It needs you. It needs you. Using that voice to make a change. A lot of us, we have different things that really pains us. You are in the right position to use your voice. Your voice is your superpower. It is your superpower. The world you want to see, you need to use your voice to shape it. What is that thing that you don't like? So the challenge I'm going to give you is, for the next 3 days, when but first you need to reflect, where is that area where I normally stay silent? In class, in a group of friends, in church, wherever it is. So the first thing you need to do, first day, where you see that you normally stay silent, decide to speak up. So it might be difficult, it will be challenging because you've not done it before. But push yourself and decide to speak up. The second thing you need to do is you need to share an idea. You need to share your opinion. You need to share a content. If you're in the social media space, you need to share it publicly. Don't think about what other people will think. Just push yourself and share it. You realize that even if your opinion is not the most concrete, because some people will say, I need it to be well formed before I put it, you would get a lot more learning, a lot more things to learn from when you put it out there. Number one, people would learn from it. And number two, people will put in other ideas that will also make you learn. Recently, I gave myself this kind of challenge. I gave myself a challenge that for the next 1 month, I was going to post something that helped people. And was I sure of myself? Not really. Was I fully confident in myself? Not really. Because I thought there are other people out there who could do this better than I can. But I did it anyway. And what happened is that I had connections. Well, I'm here right now because of those connections. But I had people who sent me messages. I gave myself a 30-day challenge. I did it for 60 days. Because once you start getting the confidence. And I had people from all around the world messaging me and say, wow, what you're saying is really good. It really impacted me today. Every morning I watch it before going to work. And then I was thinking, wow, my voice that I thought wasn't strong enough or wasn't good enough or wasn't clever enough. A lot of people all around the world decided that this was a voice they were willing to listen to. So the next thing I want you to also challenge yourself is to encourage someone boldly and intentionally. I love your outfit. Just say it. What it does is it increases your confidence. Because now you can stand anywhere confidently and say something. So before we go ahead, I would like us to unmute ourselves. And I want you to say this after me. So I would like you to unmute yourself and I want you to say this after me. So are we ready? Unmuting ourselves. I want you to unmute yourself and I want you to say this after me. Are we ready now? Let me hear your voices. Are you ready? Oh, fantastic. Thank you for muting yourself. That's part of the steps you need to take to find your voice. So develop that boldness. How many people have unmuted themselves? Unmute yourself. So I want you to say after me, I will not hide my voice.
I will not hide my voice.
Fantastic. I will grow. That's great. I will grow in confidence.
I will grow in confidence.
I will speak with purpose.
I will speak with purpose.
I will use my voice to make an impact.
I will use my voice to make an impact.
So that was good. But now we are going to say it even with more confidence. So I want you to say it with force and with confidence and just truly show that, yes, I will do it. Should we do it again? I will not add my voice.
I will not hide my voice.
I will grow in confidence.
I will grow in confidence.
I will speak with purpose.
I will speak with purpose.
I will use my voice to make an impact.
I will use my voice to make an impact.
Can we give ourselves a round of applause? So just in conclusion, your voice can shift atmosphere. Your voice, no matter how young you are, your voice can inspire people. Your voice can open doors, no matter how young you are. And your voice can change other people's lives. But first, you have to use it. You have to use it. And I hope moving forward, you will put this into practice. Yeah? Can we clap for ourselves once again? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Joshua. Thank you so much.
Recording stopped.
Okay. As you shared your story about speaking up, it just made me reflect situations for myself. So I'll tell you the story, not sharing up what you said.
Recording in progress.
Much younger. I was in, let me say SS1. I don't know, maybe